Hey, everybody. I hope you guys all had a good spring break and are staying healthy and safe indoors and getting fresh air, of course. But it is time to move on to the next step in our writing project. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. All right. So, all about editing. So, we're going to be doing this in four different parts. So, for today, this is what your task is going to be. So, obviously, before we move on, we need to learn all about editing and basically review. Editing is when we revise and correct our mistakes on our papers. Okay, so for the first edit, and this is what we're going to do today, you're going to be focusing on punctuation and capitalization. Then the next day, day two, it'll be verb tenses and grammar, and I'm going to go over all the information you need for these steps. And then lastly, sentence structure and spelling. And then the fourth edit is going to be your final draft. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and go over day one. So capitalization. Um, so what you need to do is one, when do we need to make sure a word is capitalized? If you have forgotten or need a reminder, I'm going to go over the MINTS strategy and I'm going to go over that on the next slide. Okay, there it is. Sorry. So capitalizing with MINTS. So the M in MINTS stands for capitalizing months, days, and holidays. Okay, so January is a month, Monday, Christmas. Okay, holidays, months, and days. Okay, the next one is the letter I. So that would be the pronoun I. Okay, whenever you're talking about yourself and you're using the pronoun I, you capitalize it. Oops, sorry. And then the N stands for names of people, places, things. Okay, basically proper nouns. So a person, place, or thing. So for example, Disneyland, okay, England, anything like that. That is important. That is a proper noun and it needs to be capitalized. The T stands for titles of books, movies, etc. So for example, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. And then the last one is the S, and that stands for the start of a sentence. So, for example, we went to the store. You'll notice that the W is capitalized. Okay, now we're going to go back to this slide. Now, when you're editing today, a symbol that you can use, this is if you're doing it on paper, that tells you, that you need to capitalize it, is this. So if you look at my sentence, it says Akari and Cree are playing outside together. Now, if you look at the A, her name should be capitalized because she's a proper noun. She's a person. So you'll notice that I put 3 lines under it. That stands for, hey, I need to fix this and make it capital. So that's for those of you that are doing it on paper. Obviously, if you've already typed it, you can just go back and edit it that way. All right, moving on to the next thing. So punctuation. So what I did here, you'll notice that I put the symbols a little bit larger so you guys can see them better. So you want to check for the following to make sure you have the correct punctuation. So today, not only are you checking for capitals, but you're making sure that you added the correct punctuation where it belongs. So the first one is going to be the period. A period tells you when to stop. It goes at the end of a sentence. So my example is Miss Christian's class is going to the library today. And you'll notice that I put a period right there. Okay? The next one is a comma. A comma you use when you are listing things or when you want to pause. So for example, I have basketball practice on Monday, there's my comma, Wednesday, my comma, and Friday mornings. That's what a comma looks like. Okay, next is an exclamation point. It goes at the end of an expressive sentence to show strong feelings. So, like if, let's say, someone's throwing a football and it's about to hit someone in the head, watch out! And then you put your exclamation mark at the end. The next is the question mark. That goes at the end of an asking sentence. So, asking sentences usually begin with a who, what, where, when, why, or how type of question. Okay, for example, what should we name our new puppy? There's the question mark. And then the last one is a quotation mark. So quotation marks are used to show when someone is speaking. So for example, if you look at my example sentence right here at the bottom, it says, "This food tastes so good," said Akari. And then there's your quotation marks. Okay, so remember, you're allowed to pause this video anytime you need so that you can look at these when you're doing your editing today. All right, so the next steps for today. You're going to do your first edit. All you're focusing on is capitalization and punctuation. You could do this digitally or on paper. So obviously, if you've already typed it, you can open up the document and go back and fix these things. Okay. If you have somebody at home, like an adult at the time, that can check your work or an older sibling, I highly recommend that you have them check for capitalization and punctuation. Okay. After you have checked it yourself, of course, first. Now, if you're doing it on paper after your edit, I'm going to please ask you to rewrite it so you can go through and, correct the things that you need to, but then rewrite it so that you don't have a bunch of eraser marks. Okay. Now, remember, if you have not set up your Actively account, I posted a video before the break and I want everyone to make sure that they get on because I'm also going to be posting a tutorial today so you guys know how to use the material. Okay? So make sure that you view that video. It's going to be titled Actively Student Tutorial Video. And then, of course, if you guys have any questions, please contact me on Class Dojo or Google Classroom. I'm here for you. Okay? So with that being said, that's all that I have for today. So just remember to contact me if you have questions. And I miss you all. And yeah, I look forward to seeing your writing. It looks really good so far, guys. What is going on? I'm trying to end the video and it's not working. What is going on? I don't know if it stopped or not.